What's up, guys? My name is Jeff, and today we're going to have some fun playing Blood Smelter. And this deck is actually already undefeated, 4-0 at the moment for me. And up against pretty difficult decks that we were able to just kind of, it's just really good if we draw the right things in certain matchups. And this deck is just really, really fast. And so I want to show you guys this deck. It's super awesome. First off, make sure you guys hit the like button and subscribe. Help support the channel. It's very, very important to me. And let's dive into this. All right, so the best draw, basically, and this is what annihilated me in the past, is going for Epicure or Rabbit Battery on turn 1, going for Sanguine Statuette on turn 2, Smelter, bring it out on turn 3, be able to sacrifice the blood token from the Statuette, hidden for a 3/3, a 3/1 that's hitting it, and then one of these guys that's already getting in for damage as well on the early game. That's just a really, really fast clock. We go super wide, and then we have Smelter for the next turn to sacrifice, you know, whatever other blood token we got between these guys, whatever other stuff we're going to be bringing out with our other creatures that bring out a bunch of blood tokens as well. We have Bloodtithe Harvester for some good removal for the deck. It's also just a 3/2. You throw Rabbit Battery on that, and it's a 4/3, and that's pretty difficult to block in the format as well as just being able to be one of our best removal spells. We also have Bloodchief's Thirst, Play the Fire for some removal. I was starting in more pieces of removal, but I decided to go for some fun stuff instead because I'm having fun playing Magic, and that is the whole point of this video. But you guys can definitely change up the numbers if you want to for some other stuff. I threw in Blade of the Oni and Multi-Soul Ripper in here as well, just as some extra vehicles. I really like the things that stick around even after board wipes, and so having these reconfigured onto creatures is really, really nice. Putting the Rabbit Battery onto our flyers, it becomes really powerful. The Blade of Oni becomes even more powerful. We get to the 4 mana instead of like throwing out another creature that doesn't have haste, because we do have a few creatures that just aren't getting in for damage immediately. Being able to throw this onto something, and then if there is removal, we at least get to have a 3/1 with Menace on the battlefield, which is really powerful, helps us close out games. Same thing with Soul Ripper. But the cool thing about these is that artifact creatures that do get sacrificed to Blood Smelter create extra tokens when we have Bloodcasters on the battlefield, which I've been able to use that, like sacrifice a Rabbit Battery, flip over the Bloodcaster, and I had like a couple of them on the battlefield. So got my 5 blood tokens I needed, have a 3/3 hitting in for damage. Unfortunately, you can't sacrifice at the same time that you were going off with other stuff, but Oni-Cult Anvil can sacrifice it before combat, which then will allow you to get 2 extra bat tokens. Anyway, it just gets pretty insane. You can have some really explosive plays in this deck by turn 3, by turn 4, and it's really fun. I love, and this is where I really like going into the vampire side, because I played against a mono red version that was doing this, and it was really powerful. It did a lot of really cool things right away. I mean, I died really fast. I didn't get to see a ton of it, but I've been really, really liking being able to bring stuff back from the graveyard with the Forebear. This just being a 3/1 with flying, being able to put Rabbit Battery onto this, being able to put all the stuff onto these, just makes it, you know, lots of damage coming through every time. If it dies, we get to sacrifice blood tokens, bring it back. It's just fine. That's a good way to, you know, get stuff back with Anvil as well here and there. And just so far, this deck has been very consistent. Even through board wipes, I've been able to come back and win because we have enough stuff that doesn't die to the board wipes. And so that's the deck. Let's go down to the gameplay. Let's see how it does for us, if we can keep the streak going. I'm hoping for like 10-0. That was just one time I wanted 10-0, and we'll play, you know, a few games here to see if it gets there. Wish me luck. Here we go. Up against Bending Mars, and this is the biggest issue with going to color, is that you have the tapped lands occasionally. Like this hand would be so busted with a few extra lands. Being able to go the Sanguine Statuette, in with Anvil. So we could top deck a land and be able to go this into Anvil, which would be pretty sweet stuff. And so we're going to try for that. Otherwise, we have Bloodchief's Thirst to kill any 1-drop that they play out here. Nothing. Cool. Tap. Ah, no. We need untapped lands, deck. Or more lands. This deck really needs to get up to 3 lands. 4th land is really nice. We have 23 lands with the MDFCs that we have in the deck. Tap land. All right, well, it'll work. All right, so go Statuette. It's a blood token. That's cool, that's cool. Yeah, super slow start here for us. Vanishing Verse right away. Okay. Okay. Not as good. I'm hoping for, yeah, another land here would be amazing. That turns on our Bloodchief's Thirst against the more expensive stuff. There we go. All right, so question here is, do I play both of these guys or just go for the Anvil first? Harvester can kill the Restoration. If they have a board wipe, it'll be annoying. I want my creatures that can actually get in for damage out now, before they're setting up any kind of board. So we're going to do this for a little bit, pass the turn. It is a little bit awkward sacrificing blood tokens for when we have the Bloodcaster out, because we would love to flip it, but right now it's just actually 2 points of damage. All right, it dies anyway. Blood token. We can kill the Restoration when it flips over with this Harvester now. Fighting Palm a Ninja. Has Menace. See here. So yeah, what is my opponent actually going to be playing here? It's a little bit interesting to me. So I'm not killing the Restoration this way. I can give them stuff that, like, they can discard one of my Bloodchief's Thirst, and I'm not terribly disappointed by that. But I could also just sacrifice this, have Bloodchief's Thirst to kill that. Create a token right now. Let's go ahead and do this. Yeah, we'll kill you. Kill him. And we'll go for the anvil, or so the blade. Pass the turn. This can equip onto this next turn as well, just to make us a 5/5 with Menace. I keep forgetting this is there. Frustrating. This kills so many things. I played up against this card many times, but every time I played up against it with other decks, I've always had higher toughness, so they've not just killed my stuff. So I was just thinking, oh, they're going to be gaining life with it. That's the whole point, is gaining life. But it kills lots of things. I do not like that. Sam I am. All right, get in for one. We're gonna keep going wide right now, so sacrifice a blood token. Yeah, it gets a 2/3. That does, I mean, it dies to Bloodchief's Thirst, which is nice. Land actually gives us stun the Bugbear here soon. What are we looking for? Right now we're looking for, I think, Anje. Anje would be amazing. Land is nice. So nice. So Bloodchief's Thirst, kill you. Try to get in for early game damage as much as possible. Try to dodge that MYTHIC Massacre if possible as well. All right, down to 15. Got a bunch of creatures now. And we got a redraw here with Blood Token next turn if we need. If we find the land, we might... we're just probably going to go for the Hive or the Den of the Bugbear if they don't have too much going for them here. Ooh, Smelter. Smelter's good. The one thing with Smelter, though, is that it's something I can rebuild with after a board wipe. But if this Biting Pole Ninja gets in, I'd rather just have no... They're playing that out just as a blocker, which means they don't have a board wipe in hand, but it could be like Farewell once they get up to 6 mana. I have an Eye Tyrant and is guaranteed 3 points of damage. All right, we're gonna go Smelter. We're gonna go with, I'm gonna hold on to the blood token here, even though it does let us go a little bit. Go to combat, auto pay. I want to be able to redraw if possible, but I also want to be able to get in for the damage while I can. So we're gonna get rid of the blood token. We get an extra body. We get to swing in. 2 blockers if we need to. I mean, now we don't have any stuff in hand, so this doesn't really matter at all. They do go for the trade right away. That's fine. So, yeah, this feels like they have the board wipe, which is unfortunate. MYTHIC Massacre would be brutal, but we do at least have Hive and Den of the Bugbear afterwards. I can sacrifice something to get a little bit more damage through. 6. They do have the flippin' Farewell. All right, well... Yeah, at least it's not MYTHIC Massacre, which means that my damage can keep rolling through. And that is actually very important. All right, make a token. Down to 5. We'll hold on to this land this time. This deck is not too greedy for lands. Having more out could be nice if we have like Anje. But typically I try to play lands as often as possible, but right now it's fine. All right, Biting Palm. 2 blockers, this means Hive does not get through. No artifact for that. I don't want this to get discarded. I can go with Hive of the Eye Tyrant. Force double blocks and get in for 1. And then if they ever attack in, Den of the Bugbear is lethal. Like if the board is ever clear again, that's not a terrible play. Let's go with Hive. Just trying to keep their life total low. We do have play with fires. We do have lots of just burn type of stuff. If they don't have ways to gain life, then we're in okay-ish shape. This means they could take our smelter, but that means they're attacking in as well, right? They don't have a blocker right now. I doubt they'll do it. And Mire's call. Well, crap. Life is very, very bad now. Oh, dear. Oh, wow. Why did that? Oh, no. Good stuff. And we draw a flipping land. All right, so we can hit in for 1 more. These don't have vigilance, do they? Okay, pass the turn. We'll hold off 1 more turn. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. I get ya. I got ya. That's dumb. Bank Buster. All right. Mid-rangey did its thing against an aggro deck. How aggressive do you feel like you can go? Blocks. Why is this giving me an option there? Oh, it doesn't have menace anymore. That's fine. I need to keep my tokens out in the battlefield for a moment. So yeah, Anje is pretty good. Oh, that's not bad either. All right, how close are they to lethal now? They have lethal as the issue, so I have to have a blocker back. I could get in for 1. I have to be able to block this to not be dead. All right, let's hope. We're gonna play this out. We're just gonna hope that they let our goblin token through. I'm gonna hover over my hand a bunch to say, okay, you don't want to touch this. Let's get in for the 1. This is like death touch something or other. Don't block both of them. That's bad. Crap. All right, well, we can still draw the play with fire or something like that here off the top. All right, we needed to get in for 1. We still have top decks that win us the game here. This takes 5 mana, so yeah, we would have play with fire wins us the game. I was playing the Vampire's Kiss for a while as well, because it was just more direct damage. I brought in the Oni-Cult guy and whatever else instead. Okay, so we block here, we go to 2. Do we draw the play with fire or Epicure or any of... Oh no, more lands? Dude, this deck has... Oh, we've drawn so many lands, it's ridiculous. Yeah, good game. Oh, okay, yeah. Not one of our 1-drops to deal damage. Darn it! Darn it. We drew way too many lands in that game, for sure. We have like only 20 actual lands. We drew 7 or 8 there. Not cool. Up against Troy, and pretty sweet hand. Yeah, we'll keep this one. Down to 19 past the turn. The whole thing with Bloodcaster gets a little bit awkward when we don't have... We're not sure we're wanting to keep around all of our blood token stuff. All right, so we're going to go Bloodcaster. If we're up against mono white, the flying can get in through quite a bit of things, except for Spellcaster, which can help us erase at least. Oh, I hate you so much. Wowzers. All right, so play this tapped. Unless I want to go for Statuette right now. Now we're gonna go for actually, it might be Harvester. Just to have some removal as well. Bloodcaster kill something, Sanguine Statuette, get a bunch of extra blood tokens, then Anje can probably flip this over. Let's go Bloodcaster. Bloodtithe Harvester, excuse me. That's the Bloodcaster. Too many blood type stuff. I need to say Voldaren with this one, or Dracula, since that's the flip one side. Ah, okay, yeah. We have removal, we just have to draw it. Well. All right, we can go aggro here as well. What do I discard? This blood token. Discard Anje? I just go Smelter, sacrifice this, statue at the next turn. Let's just do that. All right, Smelter. Getting the 3/1s is going to be pretty good for us. They have blockers for it, which is annoying, but I'm kind of okay with trading off down to 16 if it keeps us racing. I don't have artifact removal. Maybe bringing in a couple of braids would be... Wow. Dude, nice. You have flipping all of the portable holes. Yeah, dude, what do we do against someone that has all of them? This Anje becomes awesome, potentially. We need to be able to kill stuff. Last turn, the first striker, dude, mono white is pretty good against us. Typically, does this deck typically play 4 copies of Portable Hole? Okay. Oh my gosh. I mean, this deck is all about having tons of removal, but like, at some point, it's got to stop, right? We might sacrifice the blood token just to find land for the Anje, because Anje is one of the few things that can stabilize the board state a little bit here. We definitely trade off with anything right now. But blood tokens are also needed for this Anje, so I'd rather just kind of be able to draw into it. Having this can be nice as a blocker. It's a 3/3. Passing my turn. All right. Ugh, bolting ourselves for this. Yeah. Yeah. Go Anje. Okay. You found all of your removal. The odds of you finding even more is, I mean, you still have lots of pieces of it, but like, can't be too much. Okay, they flip over the Brutal Cathar. I don't want to play 2 cards or else Brutal takes this. Get another blood token. I'm getting a bunch of bats here is going to be pretty nice. So if they can't play 2 cards next turn, then we're in better shape. Like, yeah, being able to make a bunch of bats and swing in does let us stabilize this game. So for attacks, nothing. Okay. So yeah, not changing. They're waiting till they have 2 things to play, probably, actually. Get another token. If I had another land, I could play this and equip it onto one of these guys, make it real good. I am gonna get in with Bloodcaster. Pass the turn. Whenever blood token is sacrificed, right? So the bats still stay as blood tokens, and you can sacrifice them. Trying to make sure I'm thinking this through the right way. Ooh, there we go. Another vampire. Vampire is good. This one can keep coming back and putting pressure. All right, so we're going for the bats right now. Not playing an extra spell yet. All right, now that it has been flipped, now I actually sacrifice. Actually, no, we're going to cancel there. Yeah, you come in. Hit for 5. Pass the turn. Okay, we need to find removal for Brutal Cathar still at some point. Extra land. Do they have 2 spells to cast? Wow, they didn't find it. Woo! Oh man, that was a scary one. Dude, that was like the only thing that could have gone worse for us in the early game there was them finding more removal, which I mean, the odds have got to start being a lot less once you have that many pieces already out, right? So we survived. Good stuff. All right, up against Mikey and Oodalolly. I like it. All right, not a ton of tokens to be able to go off with these guys, but Statuette turn 2, Smelter turn 3, hit in for bunches of stuff. Any way to be able to make tokens that doesn't cost 4 mana, I guess we can keep making these guys, but Anje still good. Still good. Still happy about it. Play out tap land, pass turn. I would like to find interaction. Like, I feel like for the last few games, we've not found any of our interaction. Throw this out on red. Statuette. Bloodcaster is interesting as well. Use that after we play Anje, potentially. All right, Palanes. The other thing, too, is just, like, sacrificing this at some point, or, like, having it die is not the worst thing. All right. Lots of red cards. How much black mana am I actually needing in this deck? We'll still throw this out in black. All right, so Smelter. I really like Epicure, actually, here for the next turn with Smelter. Hopefully we find land. Auto pay. Take action, swing in for 6. Pass turn. All right, dude. Every single person playing mono white gets a little frustrating. So I probably am not going to be showing every mono white game because of just how many we're playing here. Interesting. Takes the 3/3. What's the love there? Yeah, no blocks. Goes attacking with what we have on board. Interesting. Okay, Den of the Bugbear. We didn't get the mana to be able to play. Well, we did kind of get the mana. It's tap land. But let's go. I want to go Epicure and make another 3. No, let's go Epicure. Damage through Bloodcaster. Offer the trade. Get the 2/2, get rid of a blocker. Smelter on the next turn is pretty sweet. Block with Epicure, have 2 guys, and I could also just get 2 extra 3/1s here. Let's not attack there. Down to 10, pass the turn. Brutal Cathar, yeah, takes the token. I'm kind of okay with that. The rest of the stuff is the engine, so okay, let's see. Tax in. Now, ooh. The question here is, do I want to go for Anje instead? Just because it is starting to go a little bit slower now. I can build up for a really aggressive turn once they tap out and hit in for tons of damage there. So I think right now I'm just going to play Anje. We have some stuff for the board. They're going to have to figure an answer for this. We attack it with Bloodcaster. And now we're going to be having the Bloodcaster be a threat. So like they have to have 2 things they need to remove quick. And then if they ever tap out, we can throw down tons of damage here. Hopefully we find another land. So they found removal. They get the Anje. Yeah, okay. Okay. That's cool and all. I hate you. Yep, there's a 4/4. Swings in. We block with the Epicure to get another blood token. Flipping this can be a really good option for us still. Having the flyers going over the top could be swell. Yeah, we'll chump. Get a blood token. We're gonna just make the tokens here. So go to combat. Auto pay, sacrifice 1. Yeah, so not going for that. They're gonna have to start chump blocking here, and that helps us out a ton. So you 3 for sure. Do I want to go into the Smelter? If I go into the Smelter, they block 2 of these. They can let Bloodcaster and Smelter through. They block Smelter here. So if they block Smelter here, then that's 8 damage. They'd have to block with one of the Cathars. They'll block with this one, let 5 damage through. And that's pretty good for us. We get to make 2 blood tokens next turn, though. Unless they have more removal. We also have Den of the Bugbear. We make more blood tokens. Yeah, let's try that. Let's try it this way. This forces one of the Brutal Cathars to block, which does just help us in the next turn anyway. We know we have 2/3/3 swing in next turn, unless they have the removal for the other Smelter, which is an issue, but we still just have damage through Den of the Bugbear or whatever. Like, we should be okay. Pass turn. Or we can top deck damage. We have lots of just straight up damage. You know, Bloodcaster and Epicure is good. Oh crap, they have a way to gain life link. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. 2 ways to gain life link and a bunch of stuff through the air. Okay. Okay, that's bad. Wow, what? Why were they holding on to all that stuff? I guess they just played a bunch of 3-drops. Counter there. Do they attack in and gain life right away? That's the big question. We need flyers now. They do. No blocks. Let's see. So they're going to sacrifice one of these escorts to get lifelink right now, because like otherwise we got them, right? So, whoa, they're not going to gain life ever. Okay, sweet. Cool. Cool, cool. Good game. Yet another land. All right. Yeah. Statuette. Get the blood token. You know, actually, we're going to go ahead and sacrifice here now. Just to try to find some direct damage. Like, might as well try to find removal or something here. I still get to make a token with one of these other ones. But just trying to find something better is way better. All right, they can only block 3 things. Nothing has counters on it, so they can't actually protect anything at all. And there's the game. Cool. Good stuff. Good stuff. Not too shabby. All right, up against Necromantic. This Rebirth is interesting. This is a little bit of an awkward hand. Potentially playable because we do have, you know, way to create a token, way to make guys right away. That's a bunch of power on the battlefield. But we're on the draw as well, which means they have ways to rebuild. But then Malakir Rebirth can be pretty sweet too. So, all right, we're gonna try this one out. Depends on what we're up against. This hand is either like amazing against more control-y type decks because of how much damage we can get through, or it's awful against a bunch of chump blockers. We'll see which one we're up against. All right, that helps a lot actually. Okay, that's cool. That definitely means I'm holding on to Rebirth because I want to be able to get out my fast mana on this early game. Oh. We go for the Anvil fairly quick too. We're gonna keep the Rapid Battery out though. Last turn. Circle of Confinement. All right, gets the Blood Harvester. Little annoying. Smelter. Down to 16 past the turn. Visitors. All right, so it is Lesnia. Yeah, okay. Okay. So the life gain is what's going to be painful, potentially. All right, so we do need a way to This is where our mana base is a little awkward. Only one red source means I can't play Epicure and the Smelter. Being able to trade off, though, potentially, and bring this back could be nice. Do I want to make another 3-1 is the big question right now. Or do I just want to save that for the later turns? I could also just go for Bloodcaster. I could hold on to this Rebirth. I could save up and be able to do it twice in one turn. There's another option, like play this out, get another blood token potentially. Thinking. We'll go here. Swing. Offer the trade. Nothing to target there, no blockers. Offer the trade here, make more blood tokens. Be able to go off a Smelter next turn. Sure. Box the Rabbit Battery, get in for 5. Down to 10. The biggest issue here is if they start gaining life, and so we're just trying to hope that they don't. We're going to play out the tap land so that I can go for the double Smelter on the next turn. It's a 4/4. Come on, no life gain. Don't be a runes deck. All right, removal is not great either. It's sort of the Bloodcaster. That's fine. That is fine. Ooh, Anvil's also not a terrible play. That means we could just sacrifice one of these guys and get the Anvil going as well. All right, do I have lethal first off? All right, so create 2 of them so that it leaves us with 1 getting blocked. We have 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. So not quite lethal. Therefore, we're going to go for the Anvil instead. Auto pay, sacrifice Chu. Now do I hold back the Smelter and the Epicure? And bring him down to 1 would have been better, because then I could have just sacrificed this on the later turns. Actually, let's see here. They go down to 7. I can still sacrifice something. Let's just do that. Last turn, down to 4. Flips. We also have Hive of the Eye Tyrant online as well. Tilde. All right, this is actually pretty good for us. We can only attack in with artifact stuff. Sacrifice the one that's going to get blocked by the life gain stuff. Life is good. All right, so we're going to sacrifice... Actually, do I want to be able to go wide here? That's my turn. Okay, Epicure is interesting. All right, so only attacking with things that I can sacrifice with Anvil. Is this even worth swinging in with? I mean, we technically already have lethal, so it doesn't really matter. All right, so there we go. Yep. There we go. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. I really like how this deck plays out. I feel like there's some stuff I need to fix with it still. It's not optimized yet, but man, it feels good. Ooh, guys, we got the hand that has Play with Fire's Bloodchief's Thirst. I was just gonna make I was almost finished with this. I'm gonna say that those are the biggest issues we're having. Dude, what is up with me? 99%. I just had like 3 wins in a row. Why am I going to 99%? That is so dumb. Oh man, that's frustrating. Play you out. Play out. Get the Anvil going could be a really good play to go with. So let's go for the Epicure first. Anvil in the next turn with the Blood token. Pass the turn. Especially for up against mono red, having just blockers for days could be good. And Nada could be bad though. Nada could be very, very bad. Let's play you out. Let's go. Tax. Anvil. Countered. Not countered. All right, so this deck probably has like Crush the Weaks and whatever. Those are bad for us for sure. Down to 17, pass the turn. We also need to find a little bit bigger threats than what we got. Smelter, we don't actually have them. I guess we have something to sacrifice, yeah. Yeah, it is Hanada. Which Bloodchief's Thirst does kill with 5 mana, so I want to be holding on to this. Right now, I think we're going Rabbit Battery. Let's attack first. The deck's going to have lots of targeted removal, right? So we get in for the damage before we equip this onto anything. We're going to equip it now. I want the play with fire. Sacrifice you. Down to 13. No Crush the Weak. And Nada for the next turn, which we need 5 mana to kill because of... Yeah, it's going to be awkward. Pass the turn. I could potentially hit it. I'll have it block this, go with play with fire. We'll see. It is the Hanada. So the issue is that they actually get to untap. So we attack in. Yes. Okay, okay. That's what we wanted. That's what we wanted. Okay, make a token. We can figure that there for now. Dodge a little bit of removal. Give him less targets, maybe? You know, I don't know. So, what's their best plays? Dragon could be annoying. This Forebear is kind of okay. It is a flyer. But most of their creatures are flyers in this deck. They're going to have lots of removal at some point, too. Mire command kills all the things. We got to keep the rabbit battery around. That was kind of the dream, the hope. All right. We do have one Agadeem's Awakening. Is it worthwhile to pull this out on black? All right. Forebear. Equip with rabbit battery. Hit for 4. Please don't have removal. Because I don't have any tokens. All right, 1 blood token. That turns on so much of our deck if we top deck other stuff now. So that's a little bit better. Yeah, we're gonna throw it down like this. Pass turn. Agadeem's Waking would be nice to have. We already have the Smashing. We have an extra 3rd source of red mana if we need. We have more red mana in general. All right. Does not stay back for blocks. Very intriguing. 2 mana. Probably has removal. All right, that gives us a chance at lethal, so we're gonna go for it. I'm going to discard the Smashing, I guess. This is just looking for some more quick damage. Another Statuette wouldn't be bad for us. They do have the Prismaria commands. Only 2 mana at the moment, though. Another Statuette's pretty nice. That lets us bring back the Forebear. Yeah, okay. Opponent skips. Yeah, because that lets us bring back the Forebear afterwards as well. Sacrificing 2 artifacts, bringing back a flyer, or just keep them for the next turn. Good stuff. Good stuff indeed. All right, guys, 11 games with this deck. I'm not showing all the games I just played, but we're at 81% win rate with this. Most of my games being in Mythic as well, and most of them against Mono White. Mono White is a hard matchup for us, I feel like. And with Mono White, the biggest things we need to take out is probably, we just probably need more Bloodchief's Thirst and Play with Fires. Just like ways to remove the early game creatures. Brutal Cathars, all that kind of stuff could be really nice. At the same time, though, I like having the menacey creatures, like being able to put this onto our 5/5 flyers, like being able to go over the top on Mono White was actually really powerful. Bloodcaster was really good against Mono White if it didn't get exiled. Anje really good because they kind of stonewall stuff. Being able to just kind of deal 2 damage, gain 2 life is nice. So Mono White was a hard matchup, but like I mean, let's just look at how many Mono White games we played. Anything that has the red on here is usually Mono White as well. So yeah, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, and I only lost 1 of them. So okay, yeah, that's pretty good. And the one that I lost was me doing math wrong. Like I actually had the ability to like keep my Bloodcasters on the battlefield, start building up with bats, but I accidentally tried to block to trade instead of block to chump one of the creatures, and I died to exact lethal when I just did the math wrong. I thought I was going to have 1 life left. And so that happens sometimes. I make mistakes, especially when I'm trying to talk through things real quick. So I think I'm cutting that game just because it was a really bad mistake. And the other games are so fun that I wanted to show those instead. But yeah, I also there was one game that someone scooped immediately, like in Mythic 2, someone just scooped immediately. So I'm cutting out a win as well, you know? So I try to be as transparent as possible while still making the gameplay and the videos that you guys watch be as fun and interesting as possible. So yeah, there's that. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.